Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a lot to talk about, especially with some major price movements in the market. Let's start off with a quick look at some of the notable changes in the crypto landscape. The content in this video is for informational and educational purposes only. It does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice. I am not a licensed financial advisor. Always do your own research, ZBCN, and consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions. The cryptocurrency market is highly volatile and can result in significant financial loss. You are solely responsible for your investment decisions. Red farcoin is down by a hefty 12%. It's been facing quite a sharp downturn, and that's something a lot of investors were probably expecting after its recent rally. Similarly, whitecoin is down by approximately 9.5%. This one had a really strong run last week. We saw impressive gains and solid engagement on social media. But now, just like Zebec Network, ZBCN, it seems to be entering a correction phase. Corrections aren't necessarily bad. They're natural parts of any asset's life cycle. But they can shake out weak hands and scare off short-term investors. Now let's talk about the S&P 500, which is up 6.6%. Yes, that's traditional finance, but it's important because it shows that investors are still putting money into growth assets. The reason for that growth? It's simple. People are actively putting in the work. They're raising awareness, making connections, spreading information, and encouraging investment. That kind of momentum matters in any financial market. And speaking of effort, if you're a ZBCN supporter or just someone looking to help their project gain visibility, take a second to like this video. Seriously, that small gesture helps get this content out to a broader audience. Algorithms favor engagement. When you like, comment, or subscribe, you're essentially casting a vote for the project you believe in. Just like Marat, this person has been doing a lot of groundwork for the community. Let's all take a page from their book. Support the ecosystem, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's dive deeper into Zebec Network, ZBCN. We're going to do a quick pulse check on the hype surrounding the project. If you Google it, you'll notice something. There's not a lot of fresh content. The last time I checked, one of the articles was labeled as being posted a day ago, but when I clicked on it, it turned out to be something we've already seen before. That's a sign. When new articles stop being published, it usually means the initial hype is cooling off. But here's the catch. When hype dies down, that's often when serious investors start paying close attention. That's when the noise clears and the value propositions start to shine. It's counterintuitive, but some of the best entries in crypto come when nobody else is looking. So the big question is now the right time to establish a position in ZBCN? Let's not speculate blindly. Instead, let's look at what Zebec is actually doing. According to their X, formerly Twitter account, they've been teasing some exciting updates. One post reads, "Cameras rolling at Zebec London. Interviews and meetings around our next big move. Stay tuned. The tides are only getting stronger." Now, this may sound like marketing fluff to some, but this team has a solid track record of delivering on their promises. I've been following Zebec for a long time, and whenever they say something is coming, it usually does. Whether it's partnerships, platform upgrades, or listings, they've shown consistency. And every time a major piece of news drops, the price tends to react positively. That doesn't guarantee anything for the future, of course, but it's something to keep in mind, especially during a correction phase like this one. But we also have to take a broader look at the market. Bitcoin looks like it's heading toward retesting the $100,000 level. That's a huge psychological number, and if it does pull back, it could drag a lot of altcoins with it, even those like ZBCN, which have shown some independence in their movement. ZBCN had a parabolic run not too long ago, so a correction was expected. The question is, how deep will it go, and will it bounce back stronger? Turning now to sentiment. If you look through the crypto Twitter community and some of the forums, you'll notice strong opinions about Zebec. One post caught my eye. The user said, "In my 4 years in crypto, I've never seen so much BS from fudders than I have on Zeek. Y'all can go blank yourselves. Zebec is legit. They're operating payroll in Japan and meeting all regulatory requirements. Stop spreading nonsense. And honestly, I agree. Whenever a project pumps hard and people feel like they missed the boat, they start turning toxic. That's a recurring theme in crypto. People don't like missing out, and they especially don't like seeing others win while they're on the sidelines. It's a bit of human psychology baked into the markets. But don't let that noise shake your confidence. Now let's talk projections. There's some buzz about whether ZBCN can reach a $15 billion market cap by 2026. That would mean going from around 52 today to roughly 50, a massive 28,000% gain. Is that realistic? In a typical market, probably not. But in a crypto supercycle, it's not impossible. We've seen crazier things happen. There are some strong fundamentals supporting this optimism. For example, global payroll adoption, regulatory compliance in Japan, expansion into real-world assets, RWAs, a partnership with Science Card Custody with Coinbase, and according to an AI-generated forecast, there's an 81% likelihood that these bullish outcomes could materialize. Of course, take AI predictions with a grain of salt, but even if we don't hit $1.50, getting to 2, 10, or 25 cents would already represent a life-changing ROI for early investors. Let's recalibrate and aim for more achievable milestones first. I'd like to see ZBCN break through the 0.10 cent mark before making any moonshot predictions. Once we're there, we can reevaluate based on the evolving fundamentals, broader market sentiment, and project updates. Looking at social media data, ZBCN is holding strong among the top 10 real-world assets RWAs in terms of social engagement. On one chart, they had 882,000 engagements and 3,490 direct mentions. That kind of buzz isn't just fluff, it shows a committed, vocal community. Social volume often precedes price volume, and while it's cooled a little, it hasn't disappeared. Now let's dive into the numbers on CoinMarketCap. As of today, ZBCN is up by 16.5%. Its current market cap stands at $416 million. But here's the catch. Trading volume is down 27%, now hovering around $97.4 million. That tells us something important. Interest is cooling off in the short term, and as the saying goes, volume predicts price. So where could the price go next? According to one analyst, a strong support zone exists between 0.041 and 0.043 lers. If this zone holds, we could see a sharp 20-40% bounce. Their charts are showing signs of a bounce potential, assuming that the price retests this zone successfully. But again, volume is the missing ingredient. Without that, the rally might not sustain. On my end, I'm seeing some caution signs on the charts. Specifically, I'm watching a potential bearish head and shoulders pattern. It hasn't completed yet, and patterns aren't certainties. But if this one plays out, it could take us down to $0.033. That would be painful in the short term, but it might offer an even better long-term entry. As I always say, entry price matters. If you're looking to hold ZBCN long-term, a slow dollar cost averaging DCA strategy could be your best friend. Don't rush into a full position. My personal approach? I'm considering starting a small position around 0.41 and saving the majority of my capital for the 0.033 level if it gets there. Why? Because ZBCN doesn't always follow traditional technical analysis. Sometimes it moves against the broader market. Sometimes it ignores indicators altogether. That's what makes it a bit tricky and exciting to trade or invest in. Still, regardless of what happens in the next few days or weeks, I believe ZBCN is a solid long-term hold. The fundamentals are strong, the team is active and transparent, the roadmap is ambitious but achievable. Of course, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, just a crypto enthusiast sharing my opinions based on research and experience. You should always do your own due diligence. So that's a wrap for today's video. I hope you found it informative and helpful. If you did, here's what to do next. Like this video, it helps the algorithm and supports the channel. Share this with your crypto crew. We're building a strong community. Subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more deep dives coming. And drop a comment below. What do you think about ZBCN? Are you holding, buying, or waiting? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay smart, and as always, happy investing.